Did you know that as a social media manager, there are 3 types of content that are vital for you to make in order to grow your clients and your accounts fast? Say goodbye to not knowing what to post, because I'm breaking down the 3 types of content you need to be making in order to wow your clients and scale your business fast. Hey, my name is Mil and I own a multi-six-figure social media agency, and I now help social media managers do the same. Now let's dive in. Now, the first type of content you need to be making as a social media manager is growth and awareness content. Now, especially if you're starting out, but even if you're established, you want to continue to grow your business, right? It is very important to create growth and awareness content. Now, what does this look like? While this varies from account to account, one thing that growth and awareness has in common is that this type of content is really relatable to your audience and your community. Now, the whole purpose about growth and awareness content is that people share your content. This is why it relates back to growth, right? The more people share your content, the more you grow and the more visibility you get to get in front of new people, new eyes, etc. Now, here's the trick. Often Instagram or any type of social media accounts will attract 2 types of audiences. Now, of course, you want to attract new clients, right? So you attract your ideal clients, but you're also going to attract very like-minded people that perhaps do exactly what you do. So for me, I attract a lot of marketers and other social media managers just like yourself. And so I can tap into this community by creating content that they can relate to, so that they will share it and help me grow, help me gain visibility to then get in front of my ideal client. So this is a very important piece of content that you pretty much need all year around if you want to grow and if that is one of your goals, right? This form of content can look different for everyone, but some very common ones are memes, relatable quotes that do very well. And the more shares you get on a post, the more growth you see, the more visibility you get, and the more well-known your brand gets. This is actually the reason why meme and quote pages almost always take off, because everyone is sharing every single post, right? I'm sure you do this all the time as well, where you share relatable memes with your friends. And so you want to dive into this type of content strategically so that you can continue to grow. Now, if you're still looking for your first client, then make sure you watch one of my latest videos where I share how to go from 0 to booked out as a social media manager. Now, the second type of content that every social media manager needs to be making is thought leadership content. Now, this type of content is focused around you being the expert and the go-to in your industry. While you aren't going to build thought leadership overnight, there are ways that you can incorporate authority into your content strategy so that clients see you as the go-to person and the no-brainer option to work with. Now, the biggest thing about thought leaders is that it's a thought leader, right? And not a thought follower. And this means that you want to be ahead of everything that's going on in your industry so that you're seen as the go-to person. Now, there are a few quick tips and tricks that you can use to apply this to your content strategy. One way I like to do this, for example, is when Instagram comes out with a new feature, I make sure I'm the very first person to talk about it, share my expert insights, and give people a quick walkthrough of what this feature is like and how they can apply it to their own social media. So again, a thought leader is someone that jumps on that right away, right? You don't want to wait 4 to 5 weeks until you start talking about this new feature, because then you're no longer, the go-to person, the thought leader. And what you will see is that loads of people will follow you because they know you are going to be the first person to jump on everything, the latest trends, the latest news that is going on in the social media industry. Now, another very common authority thought leadership type of content is education. Of course, you want to be educating your audience so that you can share your insights and your expertise with them on a regular basis. The more you know, the more likely you will be seen as a thought leader. But make sure when you incorporate educational content that you base this off your own experiences and things that you have learned as a social media manager versus simply sharing other people's thoughts, right? Because that all takes away from you being seen as the thought leader, since it's not your own opinion. So again, to wrap it up, if you want to be seen as an authority and thought leader, you need to jump on the latest trends, timely content that is news and relevant, such as new features, sharing your insights, and educating your audience. You want to share your knowledge with them so that they know that you know what you're talking about. Now, if you want to know exactly how I plan out 30 days of content, then check out my workflow video here, where I walk you through exactly how I go about my content strategy. Now, the third and last type of content that every social media manager needs to be making is solution-oriented content. Now, this is last but not least because this is what truly converts your followers and audience into clients. You can have growth and awareness content, you can have thought leadership content, but if you have no solution-oriented content, you may never convert a follower into a client. So in order to do this, you need to promote yourself, your services, and make people aware of a problem that they're having. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people have issues or feel icky when promoting themselves, promoting their service regularly. But here's the thing. You offer a solution. Someone in your audience has a problem that they're dying for you to solve, that you can solve with the service that you offer. So let's say someone has a lack of time to manage their social media. They have no clue what they're doing. You are doing your audience a disservice by not talking about your social media management offer, because this will solve their problem, right? And so you regularly need to talk about your offer and the solution that you provide for their problem. Here's the thing, most of your audience is usually not aware of a problem that they're having. So you first need to make them aware so that then you can offer the solution. So all by all, I would say that the third one is probably the most vital piece of content and really rounds up a very solidified content strategy as a social media manager that you need to apply to your clients as well. Now, if you're still looking for your very first client, I have another video where I share 5 different ways that you can find social media management clients, and it's beginner friendly. Now, if you stayed all the way till the end, you now know the 3 types of content that are vital for any social media manager to make so that you can see real results and scale your social media management business fast. Now, if you like this video, have any questions, comments, drop a comment below, subscribe so that I can see you in next week's video.